the a-hole for canceling a vacation because my wife can't pay her share after helping her adult son and ex-husband?
What?
My wife, 44 female, makes quite a bit less than me, 45 male. So our joint expenses are split 70-30. For the most part, things like vacations and where we bought a house are decided based on what she can afford. But there have been several times I've paid in full for vacations to places I really enjoy and wanted to share the experience with her. She has a 23-year-old son from her previous marriage. When she and I got together, I told her I wouldn't mind paying extra for things here and there until her son was 18 and working or in school so she could take care of him. For the majority of our relationship, he has lived with his father. He decided against college or trade school and hasn't expressed any interest in starting to figure out a plan for the immediate future, let alone his life. 23, I mean, I didn't really figure things out when I was 23, but that's also not the new husband's responsibility. It's his dad's responsibility and his mom's responsibility. He floats from job to job and his father is pretty much the same since the kid graduated. Therein lies the problem. Every few months, they'll call her for a few $100s here, a few hundred there, 20 bucks this week, 80 the next. Sometimes it's her son calling for help. Sometimes it's her ex-husband. This has caused her to be short on funds for our plans or things she volunteered to cover on more than one occasion. Ooh, yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, he is 23, like he is an adult now, and like after a certain point, you really gotta stop asking your parents.
But Mom...
It's one thing if you're really, really struggling, but if you don't want to go to school and you can't keep a job, if you keep going to your parents and asking for money, you're never gonna learn that you need to start standing on your own 2 feet. Her reasoning when it's her ex asking is that since her son lives with him, she has to help him. I get that to a point. Just because she was married at one point, that does not mean she has to give her ex any money whatsoever.
Sad.
Unless she legally has to pay child support, but you don't pay child support after they're 18.
Grow up!
We were supposed to go on a vacation later this month. Nothing major or fancy, but just time away. We agreed to split the costs, and all that was left to pay for were the hotels, rental car, and some reservations.
But I don't ask for much.
You do.
Her ex-husband called needing help getting his car out of impound and getting caught up on rent. Their son hasn't been able to get work without the car because he doesn't want to ride a bike or take a bus. What? Okay, yeah, maybe you don't want to ride the bus or bike because you've gotten accustomed to driving, but when other people can't afford to drive or can't drive for some reason, they walk, they take the bus, or they ride a bike. Almost $5 grand later, they're set up, but my wife told me she can't pay for her portion of our vacation. Wow. So I told her I was canceling it. Well, I mean, I'm trying to be understanding here. I am trying to be understanding. She called me a heartless that she's just taking care of her son, and we've been arguing over it. But my stance is they're both able-bodied adults that keep making a series of life decisions that keep them at a standstill, like quitting jobs over little things, smoking, going out, and her always digging them out of their hole is starting to impact our lives more and more, and I didn't sign up for that. Am I the a-hole for canceling our vacation instead of just footing the entire cost myself? Honestly, I don't understand why she expected you to just cover the entire cost of the vacation because she wanted to help out her ex-husband and her son. I understand wanting to help out her son, but the ex-husband? Absolutely not.
What's wrong with her?
To clarify, she contributes 30% of her pay to our joint expenses, bills, utilities, emergency fund, retirement. 70% of her pay she keeps for her personal expenses and to spend or save how she wishes. Dates, vacations, and fun things we choose to do together are budgeted and planned based on what we can afford from our personal funds. Pool that money together, then pay together. It sounds like you've got a pretty decent system set up, especially with the whole, like, earnings discrepancy. And I think it's a reasonable thing for you to do to put your foot down and say, I'm not footing the bill anymore. If she wants to spend her money how she wants and to help out her ex-husband, even though I don't like that, or to help out her son, that I understand. If you want to help out your kids and they're in a tough spot, I understand that. But then expecting you to make up the cost of a vacation that now she can't afford because she keeps helping out her ex-husband and her son, that's not fair to you. I think that she needs to learn that you also can't come to her rescue when she needs to spend money on other people. Not the a-hole. Why are you married to her since she clearly puts her ex and grown son before you and your marriage? She's enabling their financial irresponsibility and that will never change. I mean, she is kind of putting their needs, and I say that lightly, above your needs. I really fail to understand how she's not just simply telling her ex-husband to OP is subsidizing the ex through a financial polycule.
A what?
Yeah, I would have a very big problem if I found out that my partner was giving his ex money. If he was not legally obligated to give his ex money, I would have a serious problem with that. I understand helping out her son, but the ex is just ridiculous. Honestly, I feel like the ex is just kind of talking through the son. Like every time the son asks, I don't know, I feel like the dad is somewhere there telling him to call his mom. There's no need to keep paying for him, and she's enabling him and her son. OP's not the a-hole, and his wife agreed to pay her share before going on the holiday and spent above her budget knowing this.
Case closed.
Seriously, this has been going on for more than 5 years. There's no reason for the ex or the son to change their patterns because she's enabling it, and she also has a pattern too. Let's not forget that. OP, your wife is reasoning she has to give them money because she's taking care of her son. Okay, that I understand, again, but not the ex-husband. Like, what the actual fuck? Stop that! Stop taking care of your exes! Don't give your exes money! Ever!
Unless legally obligated to do so.
Can you get her into marriage counseling so she can understand the fact that she isn't helping her son, she is hurting him? Period. No, I totally agree with that. Constantly coming to the rescue only teaches him that he can't ever figure it out on his own. Like, he's an adult now and he's gonna have to learn that, like, mommy's not coming to the rescue all the time anymore. He has the capability to work and support himself. He's choosing not to because he doesn't have to, with her as his safety net. He's already 23, the window to retain is closing rapidly, and soon he will be a copy of his dad. Ooh, period. That's what's up. Her ex is not her responsibility under any circumstances. If he's careless and gets his car impounded, leading to the son not getting work, that is an issue to solve between father and son. She does not need to fix this for them. And also, her son can take the bus or bike or walk to work. He doesn't need a car to get to work. Can confirm, as someone who still does not drive,
Dear Lord.
but I also just have to, like, go into my studio to work. But when I worked somewhere else,
That sounded naughty.
I walked and I took the bus and I took the subway and I got there any way I could because I actually couldn't drive. So can confirm, if you don't drive, you can get your ass on the bus and get to work. You're not the a-hole, my dear.